Good morning. Not even morning actually, it's afternoon. It's 11 minutes past 12 because I've literally been procrastinating filming this video all morning, which is not a good start to the whole point of this video. Anyway, I need to get dressed, so I'm gonna pick an outfit while I explain to you guys the whole situation, right? So basically, if you watched my last video, which was my list of goals for this summer, at the end of the video I said that my last goal was that I wanted to complete Project 50, which, if you don't know what it is, it's like a 50-day self-improvement challenge where there's like, you know, a list of rules that you have to like follow every day for 50 days, and then by the end of it you should be like this new unrecognizable version of yourself. I don't know what to wear. Anyway, back to the point of what I was actually saying. So my plan was that I was gonna do Project 50, but when I was looking at the rules and I realized that a lot of them, I don't actually remember what they are. I'll put them on the screen in case you guys want to do it. But when I was really looking at it and actually like planning out when I was going to do it, I basically realized that I was going to have to at least like slightly alter pretty much like every single rule just to like fit with my life specifically, and like there's certain things that I'm not that bothered about and other things that I do want to add to it. And basically there was so much I was gonna have to like change about the rules to like fit me specifically that by the end it was basically just a completely new set of rules. And so I decided to just roll with that and just make it its own challenge that was like specifically curated for me and my life and my goals specifically. If you follow me on TikTok then you already know all about this whole situation because I've already posted like a million videos about it on there already. So go follow my TikTok if you're not already. But basically my project for myself is called the Alaska Project, which if you're new around here and you're wondering why, it is because Alaska is basically the name of the hypothetical best version of myself. Don't know why I picked that name. It was like 5 years ago. There's no explanation. Don't know where it came from. But anyway, I'm gonna go get changed and then I will take you guys through the rules of the Alaska Project. And also while we're here, I got this mug from a charity shop for £1 and it's my favorite thing. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Also, I got a new phone case. Isn't it so beautiful? And in fact, if you watched my video from like the very start of the year of my goals for 2023, I just broke my ankle, oh my god. If you watched my 2023 goals video, then I showed you my vision board for the year and my phone case was one of the things on there, and now I've got it. In fact, quite a lot of the things on this vision board have come true so far this year, so doing pretty good. I also made a new vision board for my phone background and it is my favorite thing. I just broke my phone. Okay, it's fine, we're all good. Casetify if you want to sponsor me. Anyway, so first of all, the reason that I'm doing it for 50 days, well, not really the reason, but just kind of worked out, is that in 50 days, or at least 50 days from when I started it a few days ago, I am moving out into my new flat, which I'm very excited for. And also what's weird is that the halfway mark, like literally day 25 of this challenge, is my birthday. So that's a weird coincidence, but I'm very happy about that. But point is, I wanted to finish this challenge on the day that I move out because that's like my motivation, I guess. It's like I want to be the best version of myself by the time that I move out, because that's like a new chapter of my life that I want to like be in the best possible like mindset and everything for, if that made sense. I don't know. And so these are the 8 rules that I have to follow for the next 50 days until I move out. So number 1 is I have to read at least 10 pages of a book every day. This is to go towards my goal of reading 5 books over the summer. If anyone cares, I'm currently reading The Power of Now, which is a good book and it's very interesting and I've wanted to read it for a long time, but it is also very like, it takes a lot of brain power to read, so it's not the best for like reading right before bed, so I think I might need like a second book on the go at the same time, so I have like one to read in the morning and like one to read in the evening, if that makes sense. So if you have any suggestions, then let me know, but actually maybe not because I've already got about 1700 books I haven't read yet, so I should probably get through those first.
Do you want a drink?
I've got one, thank you.
Are you filming? Hello.
Rule number 2 is I have to go to the gym every day except for weekends and when I'm on holiday, because I've got some pretty exciting trips coming up that I will of course be vlogging, so I get excited for those. Rule number 3 is I have to drink 3 bottles of water a day, and the first of those 3 needs to be finished within an hour of being awake. So on weekdays that's basically just by the time I get home from the gym, so that kind of just works out. Rule number 4 is that I need to do a new jewellery launch every 3 weeks, which if you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, I am basically starting a small business type situation over on Depop selling handmade jewellery, so go follow that if you want anything. And the first launch is actually going to be in literally a few days. Rule number 5 is to do with writing the book that I've been trying to write for the last 2 years, and that is that I need to write at least 20 pages of the book every week, which is proving to be harder than I thought it was going to be, but I will get into that later because I need to write some of it today. Rule number 6 is that I need to do a full Skillshare class every week, which can be on any topic. As I explained in the last video, there's just like a bunch of random skills that I want to learn over the summer. Kind of leading on from that, rule number 7 is that I need to spend a full hour a day practicing a skill. Again, can be any skill. This one, to be honest, has been hard to like keep track of because I am like such a procrastinator that like, I don't know, I find it hard to like go just like a solid hour focusing on one thing. And so I have technically been spending a full hour a day practicing a skill, but it's kind of been like broken up throughout the day, which kind of just makes it really annoying and complicated, so I need to get better at that. And anyway, last but not least, number 8 is that I need to post a daily diary of this challenge every day on TikTok, so go follow me on TikTok if you're not already, because I am basically posting a little mini daily vlog on there every day, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So I'm starting to like post like twice a day on TikTok. If you only follow me on YouTube, then you must think that I'm like a massive slacker, because I literally post on here like once a month, but over on TikTok, like I am on that grind, so don't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, it's already 1 PM, so let's actually get onto some goal reaching, shall we? So first things first, I'm gonna do my Skillshare class of the day. My like rule for this rule is that I can't just like have it on in the background while I'm like doing something else or doing my makeup or anything. Like I actually have to sit down at my desk and actually like write notes on the class, which by the way, my notebook is from, I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm not like French, but they sent me a bunch of stuff in the mail, which was very nice. So I've got this beautiful notebook and this pen, which is literally the most smoothing writing pen I've ever used in my life. This pencil case has like stars on it, a pack of the most aesthetically pleasing highlighters you've ever seen in your life, and weirdly, like my favorite thing, they sent me a pack of stickers that you can use like in your planners and stuff like that. Very excited about all of that. So not sponsored, not being told to say anything, just genuinely would recommend this stationery. And anyway, so my like routine right now, I don't have like a set routine that I have to like stick to or anything. I'm just kind of going with the flow of how I feel, but at least for right now, my routine is that I wake up at 7 AM and I go straight to the gym, work out for like half an hour, and then come home and have like half an hour to an hour break where I, you know, like I make myself a drink, have some breakfast, watch something. It's very chill time. But then after that, like actually starting work is like the hardest part of my day. Like waking up at 7 AM, no problem. Going to the gym literally immediately after I've woken up, no problem. But literally just trying to force myself to like start working after I've had like an hour break in the morning is literally the hardest thing in the world. Hence why it's already 1 PM and I've only just started this video, because I'm just such a massive procrastinator. But what has been working, I mean, I've literally only been doing this for the last like 2 days, but has been working so far is doing my Skillshare class at that point during my day, because it's like a good little transitional bit where it's like there's no like pressure on it, because I'm only doing it because like it's fun and I want to do it, not because like I have to. And like I'm watching something, so it doesn't feel like work, it just feels like I'm just like watching a YouTube video, but it's like technically working and being productive. So I'm gonna keep going with that routine until it stops working. So obviously I haven't done it that way today because I wanted to include it in the video, but in general that is like my routine right now. The class I'm doing this week, by the way, which not sponsored, but Skillshare if you want to sponsor me, but I'm currently doing Reach Your Goals 7 personal development exercises to build a life you love, which I will link in the description because it's genuinely such a good class. Like I'm not even that far through it, so it's quite a bold statement to make already, but I'm loving it so far because she includes like questions at the end of the lessons that make you actually have to like reflect on yourself, and like you just end up learning so much about yourself. It's like little journal prompts. Would recommend. Now, I know that you're probably thinking, Eden, we're sick of just seeing you in different areas of your bedroom, like go outside, it's the middle of summer. This is what mid-July weather looks like in England right now. It's not my fault. Anyway, it's now book writing time, and obviously I can't show you like the actual pages of the book because that would kind of give it away, but what I can do is at least tell you what the book is going to be like. So the book is not going to be like an actual like novel, it's not like a fiction book. I don't know, I'm not smart enough for that. And it's also not going to be like a, I don't know, autobiography type, memoir type situation. It is, I mean, to sum it up, it is basically like my videos in book form. That's like the best way I can describe it, and it's going to be in sort of like a journal style. So my inspirations for the book are The Art of Being a Teenager, very good book, would recommend even if you're not a teenager. I'm not even a teenager and I've literally read this about 72 times. And The Isabel Journal, which is literally like my favorite book and no one has ever heard of it because it is literally the most like niche book of all time. I think I explained the story in a video before, but I literally found this book in the library when I was like 7 and I loved it, but obviously like brought it back to the library, kind of forgot about it, and then like a few years ago I found it in the library again, and like on the little like, you know, library like stampy thing that they put in the front of the book, no one had taken the book out since me taking it out when I was a kid. But I took it out again and I loved it so much still that I ended up just buying a copy because I freaking love it. It's just like a journal style thing where it's just like doodles and random little bits of story, and it's just like, I just love it. And so this is like my main inspiration for the book, is kind of going to be that sort of style where there's like little doodles and sort of like things not stuck in, obviously, because that's not how books work, but like, but you know, made to look as if there's things stuck in it. And like, I don't know, it's basically going to be as if you're reading my journal, except it's going to actually have like value and like information and like things you can actually like take from it. It's not just going to be like about me. It's going to have like advice and tutorials and all that kind of stuff. So that is basically the vibe of it, and it is going to be called The Loser's Guide to Happiness. Don't know, it's going to be out probably in September, hopefully, and hopefully it'll be available internationally because a lot of you guys are asking about that. But as I was saying, it takes so much longer to write as I thought it would, because it seems like it wouldn't take that long to write the book, because like using this book as an example, like there's not actually that much writing in it, so you'd think surely it's not going to take that long to write, but like the pictures and everything that takes to draw and like collecting all the photos that I want to include and like having to do, you know, like design the actual like page itself is fun, but like it takes so much time to like get it perfect. And so I definitely so far have not been keeping up with the 20 pages a week, can't lie. But my new sort of like schedule with it, I guess, like originally it was going to be that I was going to try and write like 4 pages a day, but I'm actually finding it easier to sort of like split my week into like days of like doing one thing per day, if that makes sense. So like for example, next week, actually I'm going to do a weekly vlog next week, I've decided, because I've got quite a fun week. So I'll go through what the plan for next week is, so what you can look forward to in the next video. But basically Monday is the launch day of my jewellery business, so that is going to be like a shoot of like obviously taking photos of everything and making like a spreadsheet type situation of everything, and possibly packing orders if I get any like on the actual first day and like all that kind of stuff. So Monday is going to be spent on my jewellery business, and that's like the main, that's like the only focus for that day. And then Tuesday potentially might be a book writing day, where I will basically just try and literally get all 20 pages for the week written in that one day. And then at some point I'm going on a road trip shopping trip with Jade, because we have officially booked our road trip for 2 weeks from now, so get excited for that, because that is going to be a very fun video. And then I've forgotten everything else that I need to do next week, but you know, I'll probably have like a TikTok content day where I just like film all my TikToks for the whole week. That might be on Tuesday actually, and then book writing might be on like Thursday, I don't know. But the point is, like the way that my brain works, like I find it hard to like get into the flow of something, but like once I do, then I'm like stuck in that flow for like the whole day. So instead of giving myself like 5 tasks in a day, like it takes me so long to like get into the flow of each thing that like so much time would be spent wasted. Whereas if I just give myself like one thing to do that day, and I can just spend the entire day doing that one thing, I only have to like get into the flow of it once, and then like I'm focused for the rest of the day, if that made any sense. I don't know. Don't know if anyone else is like that. Maybe it's just me. But that is kind of how it's been working out for me recently. So again, obviously I haven't done that today, mainly for the video, but also because I literally just like haven't written, I think I've only written like 2 pages this week, so I need to write the rest of them in the next like 2 days. So that is what I'm going to spend the next couple of hours doing. I'm so sorry for dreaming about the future. If you watched my last video, you might remember me saying that I spent £300 on beads. These are them. They're my babies. When they arrived, I literally spent my Friday and Saturday night in bed. I put on Friends. I poured myself a wine glass of that like fake wine, because I don't like real wine. And I just unboxed all my beads and organised them into these little drawers. And I literally have never had more fun in my entire life. I am at absolute peak happiness right now. There is literally no better way. I would have rather spent my Friday and Saturday night, which is probably quite depressing, but since then, bear in mind this was literally only like a week ago, I have already made all of these bracelets, all of these earrings, this isn't actually even all of them, and all of these necklaces and key rings and phone charms, and I literally I'm not done with the obsession yet. Still going strong. And even though I've already got all of this, I obviously am still not done, so we're gonna make a necklace together. Not gonna lie, my favorite part is literally just taking my little dish with my little spoon and like going through the drawers and like scooping out which beads I'm gonna use. So today's palette, it's very like kidcore vibes, because I want there to be like pieces in like a bunch of different styles, so there's like something for everyone. And like I just don't know how I haven't like done anything in this style yet, so it's kind of inspired by my beautiful new phone case, as well as this necklace that I got a couple of years ago for my birthday, and I literally completely forgot about it, and I don't really know why, because I actually freaking love it, so I'm gonna wear it right now. That's kind of vibe we're going for. It's like pearls, but with also like colourful little bits in between. So if anyone cares about the actual like process of how I do it, then I basically just make my little dish of beads so that I kind of can see the vibe of how it's gonna look and make sure that like all the beads go together and everything. And then I basically just lay them out on this board, which these are really cheap if you're looking for these. They're just called flocked bead design boards. You can literally get them for like £1, but they are literally game changing. I literally have no idea how I lived without one of these. In fact, I also bought a little bracelet sized one as well. But yeah, I basically just lay them all out on this board and just kind of like mess around with the placement until I like it. And then once I'm happy with it, then I literally just thread it onto the string and everything's great. So like I was saying, I like making things in a bunch of different styles so that there is something that everyone is going to like. If you do want to buy anything, then there'll probably be something in your style. And I mean, if there's not, then let me know your style in the comments and I'll try and make something in that style for the next launch. But as I've mentioned in a couple of videos, I am doing an art fair on the 26th of August. I think the date has actually officially been confirmed now. So if you're around Manchester on the 26th of August, then come say hi, come probably witness me having a panic attack in real time. And you know, while you're at it, you can buy something as a souvenir. But for that, it is like a themed exhibition type thing. So there's going to be like a bunch of different artists with a bunch of different stalls selling things, and there's going to be like performance type things going on, but all around the theme of like ethereal women. So all very like kind of fairy tale kind of vibe. So if that is your kind of style, then it will literally be perfect for you. So come say hi. So I'll show you the kind of things that I'm going to be selling there, but I'm kind of trying to make them like in and amongst my Depop stock, because I don't know, I just get bored of like, I don't know, making things in the same style all the time, which is why I like making stuff to sell instead of to keep, because I don't know, I can just like make stuff in completely different styles of my own and it's just like interesting, and so it like never gets boring. If you like watched my video, I've forgotten what video it was, but when I like first started my bead obsession, I literally said in that video that I specifically was not gonna turn it into a job, and now you might be thinking that I'm like completely going back on that, but technically I don't feel like I am, because even though I am selling it and like making money from it, and so technically it is a job, I'm still only doing it because I want to do it. Like by like selling it on Depop instead of like making my own like website or anything, then there's like no pressure for me to actually like keep it stocked, if that makes sense. And it's not like I have like a set list of products that I have to like make multiple of. Like the way it's gonna work is that I've got like a small little collection of just like the sort of classic, just like basic pieces that are just like really simple and don't take that long to make, and those are kind of always gonna keep getting restocked. So I'll show you those now, but those pieces are basically always gonna get restocked. So if you go to my Depop and they're sold out, like they will be coming back very soon. But other than those, then pretty much everything else is like a one-of-a-kind piece, and like that's what makes it fun for me, because if I just had to like make a set list of products and just like that'd get so repetitive, you know what I mean? Point is that if you think that I'm like going back on what I said about not making it a job, actually like making money from it is not the problem. Like to be honest, that just helps me be able to like keep doing this as a hobby. The point of it was more just that I didn't want it to feel like something that I had to do, and so even though I am selling it and technically like making money from it and everything, I still see it as a hobby. And to be honest, even down to like actually like packing orders, like even that doesn't feel like work, because I've bought, I'll show you it actually, envelopes in all different colours, and I've got like organza bags in a bunch of different colours, and so like when someone orders something, it's like I get to, you know, pick what they got, and then, you know, like pick a bag that like matches the colour, and then like put it in an envelope that also matches the colour, and then I put like star stickers on it and everything. And like that bit to me is like as fun as actually like making it. So, and anyway, talking while I'm doing this is very distracting, so I am gonna do the rest of this as a time lapse.
At the end of the day, I might never feel alright. Can't fall asleep, can't even close my eyes tonight. I cry my eyes out in the daytime. I feel it coming when the sunlight hits right. The sunset could have been my last. The colors come and go so fast. I cry my eyes out in the daytime. I feel it coming when the sunlight hits right. The sunset could have been my last.
Necklace is now done. I am now gonna go edit today's daily diary for TikTok, so make sure you go over to my TikTok and like and follow and all that. Make sure to go follow my Depop if you want to buy anything, and obviously like this video and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one.